Now, awesome responsibility for next year. And I am about through, guys. Aqua Viva needs a sanctuary. They're bursting at the seams already. And I don't have a way to graphically put a church beside of it other than just doing something like that. But they need a duplicate of Opal Baptist Church right beside of their church now, which is 2 mobile homes, 2 different kinds put together, but they're still in pretty good shape so they can use them for their Sunday school rooms. The addition will be about 2,000 square feet. It will have 2 bathrooms, and it will have a pastor study with one of those one-way mirrors that will serve as a cry room. They are working on this. They're ready. They're probably going to be ready with their foundation before we're ready to come out there and build it. They are so excited. And I don't know if Brian even knows this. In November when we go out, they've asked us to come out. And they have set us up with Elias, the guy that's over the Hispanic mission for the whole state. He wants to talk to us, and they want us to hear his story too. What's going on with the Hispanic population out in Wyoming. Then in Granger, many of you, now Margaret, don't cry when you see this picture of Granger Baptist. I know where Margaret's serving next year. There ain't even no use to ask her to go anywhere else. This crew's going back to Granger. Gary Brantley, the pastor, won't let anybody else come back. But this crew here, he said if they don't come, don't even come. Granger Baptist, we're going to add behind it about 2,000 square feet. It'll be a little bit different shape, but that's about the only place we can put it. And it'll be attached to the present building. We're going to take the same vinyl siding and put on over all of it so it'll all look the same. The roof color and all that will be matched. It'll have 1 bathroom and then the pastor study doubling as the cry room. Then on the left side of this, Gary Brantley has got he's got a vision from God, if anybody. Part of the spiritual warfare is the land. Their land, they thought, went from this sign out to the corner. Come to find out it didn't. Then the city said, well, we're going to give it to you. The city attorney said, you can't. It has to be appraised and then put up for bid before the city can't give it away. And Gary said he looked at that lady and said, yeah, but God's already given us the landlady. You do whatever you need to. We already got the land. I mean, he is committed. And to the left of this, they're already giving him dirt to fill this in, because you guys know this was about 3 feet above the level here of the road. The city's giving him the dirt to fill in. He's going to make this a parking area. And right beside of it, he wants a 30 by 40 pavilion built with a roof and open sides. Kind of like buildings we used to have when we had dinner on the grounds. Remember dinner on the grounds and homecoming and stuff like that? Also, talking to him today, and Mike and Richard, there's a challenge for you. I put it out by email. Inside the steeple, he wants speakers. Because he said, remember back in the old days, in the small towns, you had the chimes going off in the steeples, maybe at 12 and 3 and 6. He said, that's what we want here in our small town. We want some chimes in the steeple. So when you build a steeple, it's got to have room for speakers. Mike, I don't know how you're going to do it. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. He wants chimes in the steeple. Okay, let me run through just a brief recap here. First of all, Wyoming Mission 2009 is July 13th through the 25th. Our next meeting will be October the 21st. Our key focus is going to be on the 444,000 lost souls in Wyoming. We want to keep them away from Satan. It all starts with prayer. Our goal is to pray through all 264 towns and communities and every church that will let us in. The Adult Share Your Faith workshops, a minimum of 23, and we're asking God to give us 300 people that gets trained, and a few of them that'll keep the training going after we leave. There's 40 million kids that have never heard the gospel. We're asking God to give us 400 salvations through kids while we're out there. Through this massive statewide evangelism, hand out 50,000 free gifts, and then a new sanctuary for Agua Viva and a new sanctuary for Granger Baptist. We do have the first person is already signed up for Wyoming Mission 2009 that says, I'm going, and that was our own Brian Jackson. I do have some more forms here I'll pass around if y'all are willing to make a commitment. Start this over here with John. Go ahead and give those back to us. There'll be a lot more details in the next meeting. Tonight was just to kind of try to give you an overview of what was going on. And also, my notebook got passed around that needed if we know who you are, make sure we get at least your name on here. If you don't know for sure we have your address, email, phone number, please put it on this book where we can keep a record. And next time when you come, all that will be listed on a printout so that we just have to check it off as you come through the door. Because remember the last couple of times there's a line plumb out the door of people trying to register. And let me close with just a verse. Acts 14 verse 3 tells us that Paul and Barnabas spoke boldly for the Lord, who confirmed the message of His grace by enabling them to do miraculous signs and wonders. Wasn't Wyoming Mission 2008 a miraculous sign and wonder? Absolutely. If we go boldly into Wyoming Mission 2009, we will see even more and greater miraculous signs and wonders. And I do want to close with the words from Brian Jackson, our Blessed Hands Building Team Director, until all have heard. Thank you very much for your attention.